Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at another episode of Hades, and not just any episode of Hades, our 100th episode on the channel. Can you believe that? We've been running this game for quite a while now. That's, if I've been uploading it roughly every other day, that's almost 200 days of Hades. Well, I mean, you know, 200 days that I've been playing it over the course. Not including my previous playthrough. Anyway, I digress. This is going to be our mirror setup. I tried to remap as much darkness as I can into Fated Authority because we are going to be going for a gimmick build. Now, to celebrate our 100th run, or 100th win episode, whatever, I am going to be taking the Twin Fists, the Aspect of Zagreus for base 15% dodge chance. We're going to stack up more dodge chance with the Lambent Plume. We're going to take 14 heat just to meet our bounty, so 3 levels of extreme measures, 2 levels of benefits package, 1 level of middle management, and maxing out heightened security as well. No levels of tight deadline, or any other boons that might put us under time pressure, because I'm going to try and do the cursed build, the AFK build of Hades.
Well, look at you there, love. So well prepared to take on any danger that may come. But I must wonder, are you well prepared for this?
And to do that, we need as many revenge boons as possible. We also need Zeus and Ares, and most importantly... Oh, right, I need to kill you guys. Here, have a cast.
Crushed.
We need to get Zeus and Ares duo Vengeful Mood. We need to get as many revenge boons as possible, and there are 5 gods that give revenge boons. There's Zeus, Ares, Aphrodite, Demeter, and Ares. And so, at minimum, we need Zeus and Ares. Those will be kind of the core of our damage on this run. And then on top of that, I think I'd favor seeing Athena and Demeter over Aphrodite, although unfortunately the game has decided we are getting forced into Aphrodite immediately. Not ideal. I am hopeful that we will see a Zeus or Ares boon sooner than later. The gods we definitely don't want are Dionysus and Poseidon. And then beyond that, I don't think there are any other gods that I'm oh, Artemis. As much as I'd love to see Artemis, her crit chance on those revenge boons would be funny. It's not enough. So there's Ares. That's a good start. We need 1 core boon from both Zeus and Ares, and then we need as many revenge boons as we can stack to get a chance of Vengeful Mood showing up. I took the mirror perk that increases the chance of duo boons showing up because I think a lot of the build depends on that more than anything else. Beyond that, we want to stack as much dodge chance and as much HP as possible.
Do you ever think to yourself that you were born a bit too late, my kin? For my part, I wish that I could have been there myself when my father and the others waged ferocious war against the Titans. Ah, it must have been a sight.
You have a genuine war fetish, Ares. All right, give us, let's see, special, dash, or call. Any of these I do believe allow us to stack up for Vengeful Mood. Yeah, all of your core boons give this, but I think of the ones that I would want, let's go ahead and take your special. Because we need something that inflicts doom. Oh, would you look at that, Key? We were already gifted a Zeus boon. Awesome. So the main core of our damage is going to be Doom and Jolted status ailments from those two, from Zeus and Ares. And so I need to get as many levels and as many stacks on their revenge boons as possible with that in mind. With Vengeful Mood, their duo, we will be able to trigger their revenge boons every 3 seconds, whether we're attacking or doing anything. It just automatically triggers, and that's why I wanted to also stack a bunch of dodge chance, because that means that even if Hades is trying to hit me, he will miss.
But if it isn't my most favored nephew, striving always toward the surface of my world, your father cannot possibly believe he can contain you, can he?
Alright, oh, and there's Heaven's Vengeance. It's the lowest tier, which isn't a whole lot in the way of damage, so I could either take that now, or take one of Zeus's core boons to hopefully get a duo sooner. I do think we'll take the Vengeance boon, though, because we need to stack these up as much as possible, and a lot of that damage is honestly going to be coming from... A lot of the damage that we're aiming for is actually going to be coming from the Jolted effect, so... I assume if I re-roll this, this is going to become a minor fine. I'm going to try once and see what it becomes. Yeah, okay. I don't think I take these over the shop, because the shop could offer us something fancy. If that was a major find room, I probably would have kept re-rolling. And there's another Ares. We'd love to see that. Unfortunately, I can't afford the Hermes, but that's fine. Impending Doom. Curse of Vengeance. Okay, between these two, I think... this is actually a tough choice. We don't have the core boon with Zeus, so we can't force... we can't find our Vengeful Mood yet. So do I take the lowest tier of Vengeance or a higher tier of Impending Doom that will eventually make our Curse of Vengeance do more damage? I think let's stack up curses for now, even if they're lower tier. Ooh, here's another Ares. Excellent. I'm not gonna reroll that because we can hopefully get another hopefully get Impending Doom this time instead. Honestly, maybe I should have taken Impending Doom there, because then I could have potentially gotten a higher rarity Curse of Vengeance. Oh well. At least the game is being kind to us to offer us a lot of the gods we want. Not always the case on these runs, Kiwi, as we've demonstrated before. Anyway, so let's talk about the other gods that work in this build. Curse of Longing already. Doom effects continuously strike weak foes. I don't know how that works with Aphrodite's Revenge Boon, but that could really work for us as extra damage, so I will take that. Yeah, I didn't expect that, but I didn't even plan for that. Okay, here's Athena. So it looks like we're locked into our 4 gods now, because we did get a Zeus boon, right? So we've got Zeus, Aphrodite, Athena, and Ares. And that's pretty good for us, honestly. Those are all gods that I would want to see on a curse-focused build. The reason for that, again, is Athenia's curse grants us Athena's curse does AoE damage and then grants us invulnerability for a brief duration. Now, when we're invulnerable, we can't get hit, which means we can't trigger revenge boons, but that blocks a bunch of damage, and it's kind of the same idea of why I'm stacking so much dodge chance.
Remember, doubt and hesitancy are your real enemies, cousin.
Because so long as we get Vengeful Mood, the duo between Ares and Zeus that makes our revenge boons automatically activate, that won't matter. We'll be dodging and blocking attacks, and every time our revenge boons get procced, we'll do extra damage from there, but it will be safe. Now, Bronze Skin is a tempting consideration because it does reduce some damage, and our secondary goal to stacking as much defensive boons as possible is stacking as many revenge boons as possible is to just get as bulky as possible so we can survive those unwanted hits. Parting Shot does nothing, Lightning Phalanx does nothing, Merciful End, I mean, it'll be fun for the run up to Hades, but it won't do much beyond that. So I don't think we care about any of her core boons at this point. So I'm going to go for things that make us tanky. So we'll take Bronze Skin here, yeah. Coin or Sisyphus. Sisyphus will give us the coin we want. And he's a friend. And Boldy might give us dodge chance, or I don't think Boldy can give us dodge chance, actually, but Boldy can give us some friendly things. So why don't we go ahead and visit good old Boldy man.
Caught me on a break again. All's well out here in Tartarus, Prince said. What will it be?
One nice stack of coin, please. That should be
Say no more.
102. Okay.
Thank you, mate.
We can afford another boon. All right, Boldy, have a nectar for good luck.
Hey, Boldy, what's your favorite form of sustenance?
Human flesh.
Well then.
Special damage. Okay. Oh, here's another Athena boon, so we have a chance at seeing her revenge boon. I'll gladly take that. What we really need at this point is as many Ares and Zeus boons as possible. The reason for this is, again, they will be the core of our damage, not just because of their revenge boons, but also because of their secondary effects on what those revenge boons can do. So Zeus gets jolted. Ares can get impending doom to increase the damage on his doom.
Lady Athena.
And those are significant damage ups for us. Curse of Longing, honestly, might have been a huge gain. I think I will take Athena's aid because this is going to be our failsafe. If I cannot survive completely AFK, this will be the next closest thing to our full AFK build. I'll pop this and just watch it block a bunch of damage while Heaven's Vengeance goes off, or while Vengeful Mood goes off. So yeah, we'll take Athena's aid, please. Although, admittedly, I could take Divine Strike and Divine Dash and get a Merciful End build going, which would be fun on the gauntlets. But nah. We're building a very specific way today. Athena's aid it is. That will set us up for some duos that we really don't want with Athena, though. But we'll take what we can get. I forget if Nectar counts as a minor find, so I'm not going to reroll this room. I might start rerolling some rooms, especially if they're mini-boss chambers, because we need to find Ares and Zeus. We still need Aphrodite and Athena's curse, or vengeance curse, or vengeance boon. The reason why I considered both Demeter and Aphrodite as other members, aside from them having a vengeance boon, is what their effects do. Let's see, we hit Curse of Vengeance, excellent. Excellent.
Got
That's
to hold
exactly what we
nice
want to
and
see
still.
here. Any extra levels on our Vengeance boons will up our DPS on Hades significantly. If we can get rarity ups from Eurydice, that would be really cool too. Although I don't know if I'm gonna roll for that,
What do you know? A hellfish.
given we've already got a fair number of boons as it is. HP, I will take the HP. We need to get a little tankier. I'll probably start wasting rerolls on Asphodel, I think. Anyway, so the reason for Aphrodite is her curse applies weak, which reduces the damage of all enemies that are afflicted by it by about 30%. And to me, that means increased survivability. If we stack weak with damage reduction, that will help us a lot. Could take the palm here for more damage on a Vengeance boon, or I could take the shop. The shop does not the shop will guarantee us a god boon, and it should guarantee us a boon of any of the 4 gods that we're hunting for. I think there's no reason not to take the shop here. We have the coin. Another Athena. Did we get her Vengeance boon? We did not yet, right? We didn't get her Vengeance boon yet, so she's a decent option. Alternatively, Hermes is fun because we can get more dodge chance from Hermes, but I think let's go ahead and take Athena.
I'll take it.
Proud Bearing. None of these are the ones that we want, unfortunately. I guess I take her dash for now. Proud Bearing. Yeah, I guess we'll take Divine Dash. We can set ourselves up for a potential Merciful End build. Just not looking forward to it. Actually, hey, we can afford Hermes now. Excellent. Greater Evasion. There we go. Whenever you are hit, you have a chance to dodge automatically 15%. So let's see what our dodge chance is currently. 15 plus 10 plus 15 from the aspect of Zagreus. So we're already at a roughly 41% dodge chance, which will make our survivability pretty substantial, and that's without any requirements.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
There you are. Good news for you. I'm in a real bad mood right now.
Well, time to make it worse. Good luck, Electo. So Aphrodite, like I was saying, so the reason we would consider her is because she can grant us weak on our enemies, which is great. The reason why we consider Demeter is because she can afflict chilled, slowing enemy attack rate. But she also has a tier 2 boon. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. She's gonna dash out of the way. Never mind. Okay, we're fine.
Okay, goodbye.
The reason why I would consider Demeter is because not only does she have the ability to inflict chilled, but she has a tier 2 boon that causes any enemy afflicted with 10 stacks of chilled to take X number of damage depending on the rarity of that boon. Starting at base 80, which is basically a second proc of the revenge boon if you think about it, since
Where'd the others go?
Demeter's Vengeance instantly causes 10 stacks of chilled, and then that tier 2 would consume those 10 stacks and do another burst of damage. So she ends up having, out of all the revenge boons, aside from Zeus and Ares, the highest DPS potential, especially compared to Aphrodite or Athena. The benefit of Aphrodite and Athena is they give us survivability. So that's why I was considering.
Do I still need these?
That is why I was certainly considering Demeter as a very viable option. And if I wasn't running the Lamb and Plume to try and keep our dodge chance up, I might honestly take her keepsake to get a fifth god in the pool, which is usually not viable. The reason why I wouldn't do that yet is strictly by virtue of we do not have Heaven's Vengeance, and we need Heaven's Vengeance as soon as possible. Do I take the HP here? I think I will. I do not know what I can alter that will guarantee me god boons. If they're considered major finds, I believe coin, HP, hammers all fall into major find builds or considerations. I do not believe Nectar does though, so I shouldn't reroll for Nectars, or I shouldn't reroll any Nectars. Not that I would probably take the Nectar for the random chance of it hitting one of our Vengeance boons or one of our core damage boons. Even if it hits Athena's aid, at least we're getting that survivability if all else fails. All right, there's a hammer. There is Hermes. Why don't I try rerolling the hammer and see what we get?
By the three fates.
HP or coin? I don't think I'm going to roll more than that. Let's go ahead and take Hermes then.
Let's
the
get out of
coin
here.
is quite nice because it'll let us afford boons in the shop. Asphodel is a very short region, so I need to be careful about setting expectations for what I'm going to find here. And I seem to be very prone to not seeing very many god boons in Elysium, but getting rid of what's-his-face, getting rid of Hermes as an option will at least shore up our options. I guess maybe I try and save as much as I can on rerolls until Styx, because Styx is fun. Styx, you can actually pretty reliably force gods that you want if you use your rerolls correctly. So the way Styx works is you can't have the same door showing the same thing more than once, but once you take that door, it can show up again if you reroll. So this is gonna be a slow room if I don't. I think we lost our Hermes. Oh well. No proc of the Lamb and Plume on this one, unfortunately.
Hey, looking like you're getting some good use out of that fancy plume of yours. Keep going like that. Maybe someday you'll be half as quick as me.
Rush delivery? Rush delivery? No. Okay. So quick favor is fun, I suppose. Attack faster is fun. I'll take quick favor. That'll just make it so we're a little bit more safe on the way up. Okay. Oh, hey. That wasn't that exciting of a dialogue to finally unlock the last 2 tiers of Hermes' conversation, but all right, here's the issue. I'd love to take that shop, but I can't afford that shop. I should have taken the coin, maybe. Oh well, we'll take the coin here. That'll afford us some more fun things in the final shop, I suppose. But we're already halfway through Asphodel, basically, which, like I said, it does not take long to get through Asphodel. I'm gonna go and run over to these guys. So these guys are really annoying for when you're trying to kill things fast, because they just run around and you can't hit them reliably. As we have Curse of Longing, I need to remember to apply Weak on these guys where possible. Ah, shoot, there's another wave. We're halfway out of time already, and the enemies have not spawned in any convenient location for me. Like, this is why Asphodel is such a pain to get stacks of the Lamb and Plume on, because enemies constantly just run around. Did we get it? We did get it, just barely. Thank goodness.
I bet Charon's going to want all this.
All right, Aphrodite or Athena. We still haven't seen either of their curse boons, so either of them is fine, but this is a mini-boss chamber, and that means I could roll for Zeus or Ares, and I think that is way more valuable to us.
Something else.
Ares? Okay. I think it's probably better to roll for Zeus. We have a lot of what we need from Ares already. We do not have what we need from Zeus. Oops. Let's roll here. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I'm dumb, Kiwi.
How about no?
Well. Oh well, I guess we're taking Ares and we've used up all our rerolls. I need to learn how to use these rerolls more effectively. What I should have done there is I should have rerolled on the same spot rather than alternate between the two. The reason for that is there's basically a roll of 3 per...
Hey, Boldy.
I might be too far out of range for this. Okay, cool, we got him. So the way that the rerolls work is they start basically cycling after 3 rerolls, but they can't reroll the same chamber if they're all offered at the same time. So I wouldn't have been offered an Aphrodite room if I hadn't rerolled the first one. So that was entirely my error. That could have been entirely avoided too. Oh well. So is Curse of Longing actually working? Okay, it is. Weird. Maybe it doesn't work, it only works if they don't get hit? I don't fully understand how Curse of Longing works, to be honest. Alright, our attack inflicts doom, or after doing... None of these are really what we want. I guess the question is, is Blood Frenzy a affects everything sort of boon? Because if it is, 30% damage increase every time we use a Death Defiance. I don't know if that stacks past 30%, but if it does, we could potentially get to a 90% increased damage. We'll take Blood Frenzy here.
I will keep fighting.
I really, really, really need to see some Zeus rooms though, or even a Zeus shop. I think I can afford it now with that coin room we did. Yes, okay, so I can afford almost 2 boons now. Need to remember that I'm being mindful of my time limits here. Oh, hold on. Taking more damage than I would like, but we aren't terribly tanky just yet, unfortunately. We haven't seen any of the other curse boons that we're really hunting for either. Maybe Passion Dash would have been nice for this build. Yeah, there's no reason not to take Divine Dash from Athena where possible.
How many more of these are
there? I'm not convinced we are getting this Lamb and Plume proc. You know, I keep using proc inappropriately. So proc stands for Programmed Random Occurrence. And the thing about random occurrences that are programmed is these things are guaranteed. So it's not really a proc, is it? All right, hammer or HP? We take HP for tankiness. We will be forced to hammer and Styx. You know, maybe I should have really sat on those rerolls for Styx, shouldn't I? Oh well. As it is, we've still got a pretty sizable amount of dodge chance, so we are fairly tanky. Who knows, maybe we don't need Heaven's Vengeance. This is Jeff coping really hard. We need Heaven's Vengeance for our build to even work. I guess it will be funny if we just go AFK against Hades and see how long we can survive, and then if we have to clean up shop afterwards, so be it. But Asphodel is, I don't enjoy Asphodel for this sort of build where we're trying to stack up Lambent Plume as much as possible. It's just so hard to do it reliably. The enemies just spawn too far apart. I'm just barely short of it. Oh, wait, did I get it? I got it on like the last millisecond. That's crazy. All right, this gives gems. I will take it. I'll take it because I want it. This Erebus Gate honestly might be worth taking because it will still end up going to the shop afterwards.
I'll take what's mine.
So let's try that.
Don't make me laugh.
We'll do the Infernal Trove first, obviously. I don't care about taking damage here. I'll care about taking damage in the Erebus Gate, but since we don't have tight deadline on, I can play super safe and hopefully pull out a win. The one issue is if we start seeing Flame Chariots, it's basically an L. Because let's be real.
Damnable fools.
I don't think I'm getting away from those chariots in any meaningful way. All right, we'll take this.
Exclusive access.
Worst case scenario, we get an onion, which is 1 HP healed. Best case scenario, we get a palm and hopefully hit a vengeance spoon.
Let's see you avoid this.
All right, what have we got as our issue? Are we immediately okay? For a second, I thought we were immediately starting with the what are they called? Oh gosh. I think anything that uses projectiles is our first priority for killing, because those projectiles are going to be a problem. That said, we have enemies that use that give damage mitigation to their allies, which, here, you know what? I'm going to pop this for a second and not use it appropriately at all, but there's one enemy down. Oh no, I'm going to get hit. Okay, we evaded it barely, got that one dead. All right, so just keep tagging these guys with some Doom if I can. If I can hit them with the weak effect as well, then they'll continuously take damage whether I'm hitting them or not. All right, we got his armor down, which means now I can kill. Cool, we got it.
How fortunate for you.
I had to play super safe there, but wow, look at that. Going from 80 damage to 189 damage on that Heaven's Vengeance. That's a sizable damage up for us. What have you got to say here?
Concealed in the dark recesses of the underworld is the land of Erebus, wherein the dead await eternal sentencing. They long for the attention and good graces of their master, the Lord Hades.
Alrighty.
Is this where Father's goons assemble to come after me?
Let us go ahead and grab this shop, and please, 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 please give us a Zeus. Heck yes. Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Static Discharge, as much as I would love to take Static Discharge here, it's much more important that we take the attack so that we can finally be fully set up for Vengeful Mood. I think with Thunder Strike, we should be, or Lightning Strike, yeah, we should be able to get Vengeful Mood. That means now if we ever see Ares or Zeus, we are very much more likely to get their duo at this point. Now, do I bind that HP? I think I do.
That's better.
Again, we want to be as bulky as possible. Yeah, that coin could potentially buy us a boon that really matters, but I can probably farm up sticks if I need to.
Lerny, hiss once if you think you're going to lose.
Oh, Lerny, you should get some better confidence in yourself. I'm sure you could win at some point. You definitely win sometimes in my high heat runs, that's for sure. That's more my fault than yours, I suppose. I'll hold on to Sisyphus and save him for when we need money. Although, it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe stack up at least enough money to afford a boon in a shop. I guess, let's see how we do after our first 2 rooms in Elysium, because we usually are offered fairly good options for money stacking in the first 2 rooms of Elysium. Or rather, you never see a shop in the first 2 rooms of Elysium. That much is pretty consistent, I believe. I just saw an Aphrodite. Oh, you know what? It was me reflecting his little pink projectiles. They look like Aphrodite's charm from her trial, so I was very confused there for a second. Probably wasted that call, but it's fine.
Back.
The nice thing about getting Zeus's attack on the gauntlets is it ups our DPS potential substantially. Granted, we would love to see some Jolted here. I'm gonna just sit here and use my call to like reflect all of those projectiles at once. That's 2 heads down. Trying to hit weak on any enemy that I can before I hit them with Doom so that I can just stack damage on them over time and focus on a different head. Unfortunately, the range on our attacks with the gauntlets isn't amazing unless we got one of those hammers that extends its range. Obviously, I am prioritizing hammers the least out of everything. Sorry, I thought he was going to use his projectiles, but now I can. So the constant proccing of Doom will be quite nice if we do get Aphrodite's revenge boon. So that's probably the next thing we're hunting for after we get
Heads
Curse of
down.
Vengeance and Jolted from Zeus.
Beautiful.
And Impending Doom would also be very helpful, I suppose. Although I don't know how Impending Doom affects Curse of Longing that you get from Aphrodite and Ares' duo. Can't trade out our Lament Plume. Let's see how many. We are up to 18 stacks, so not the best number of stacks from Elysium, but we're at a base 48% dodge chance, which is always gonna feel good. Are there any boons that I would like to sell at this point? We've been fairly consistent with what boons we get. Fishing point doesn't do anything for us. I'll save my coin.
Should I take the trade?
Quick favor I could sell for a quick buck. And I might honestly consider that. Blood Frenzy I could also technically sell, but I think that's a huge damage up for us in the final room, so I don't want to give that up just yet. Yeah, I think... Why don't we sell Quick Favor? I'm not intending to use Athena's Call if I don't have to, and that will make sure that we can afford a God Boon, if not two, by the time we see the mid-shop.
Done.
We can definitely afford one now. If we can get another 150 coin before we make it to the mid-shop, we should be able to buy another one. And at this point, all four gods are still okay to see because we still need their vengeance boons. Can't re-roll these doors. We'll take the HP to be tankier. Just every time I see an enemy, make sure I hit them with my cast so that they're taking constant Curse of Longing damage from the Doom. I will say overall our damage is definitely lacking because at this point we only have one curse, or we only have two vengeance curses, and we do not have Heaven's Vengeance, which we really need. We haven't, we're reasonably tanky though. A 50% dodge chance is nothing to laugh at, and it also guarantees that we are going to survive, but it's useless without Heaven's Vengeance because we need the enemies to hit us to trigger our Doom effects anyway. I think between coin and HP here, this is an instance where I'm going to start considering coin because we already have 235 HP. We're pretty bulky. And we could always buy a Centaur Heart in the shop if we're not offered a boon that we strictly need. So I think probably not the best way to think of this, but I do think I want to have the ability to buy at least 2 God boons so that I am able to afford... I think 6 will pay for itself, honestly. I just want to make sure that I can afford an end shop and a mid shop boon from Elysium. That's really all I care about in this instance. Our Vengeance boons are definitely doing a reasonable amount of damage, just not nearly enough yet.
That was my keepsake.
Alright, palm or coin again. The odds of the palm hitting our keepsake are hitting our Vengeance boons are low. I'm going to take more coin, and at this point now I think I am more than reasonably prepared to afford anything I want, so we'll start going back to prioritizing HP, I think, at this point. I think I just melee these, honestly, because there's a 50% chance I don't take the 10 damage, and there's just as high a chance of me healing it back after the heroes fight anyway, with the people just healing me. I'd rather just kill them fast and get onto the next floor. Also, if I time my dodge well, they won't actually hit me at all. So there's always that to keep in mind. Elysium seems to be a lot easier to get the Lament Plume stacked up. Ooh, perfect. Yarn of Ariadne, increased rarity. We definitely want that. If we can see a Zeus in this shop, we could take Static Discharge, or we could see Heaven's Vengeance, or Impending Doom from Ares, or we could just get Aphrodite, because we really needed an Aphrodite boon in this exact instance.
Business.
Dearest, your Lord Uncle wishes to address you from our mountaintop. Although I had assured him that the two of us, we had everything well under control.
We really do not need smoldering air here, honestly.
Come now, Zagreus. The only thing Lady Aphrodite has under control is her long list of salivating suitors, am I right? Aphrodite, how about you bestow your blessing and be off, and I'll take it from here.
Zeus, no need to be a dick to your daughter. Parting shot, smoldering air. Wow, we got both the duos, so I can't even like I didn't even have a 2 in 3 chance of seeing the revenge boon. This is really annoying. None of these benefit me other than being fodder for selling in the pool of Burging, let's be honest. Dying Lament isn't useful because it's not going to... It's not her vengeance. I guess I take Smoldering Air so I can just spam the call if I need to. I don't like that, though. Oh, well. Smoldering Air it is. I'll sell it,
Thanks,
probably.
family.
I won't buy the hammer. Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy to see this, at least. Aaron, have we talked to you yet? Sorry for forgetting you, mate. I wish his challenge showed up here, because I would gladly take it, although not at the risk of losing a Zeus spoon, so maybe not, actually. Yeah, the lack of rarity on our Vengeance Spoons, the lack of tier 2 effects on them between Impending Doom, Splitting Bolt, or Double Strike, rather, and, what's it called? Jolted. We are definitely lacking a lot of the overall damage potential that Heaven's Vengeance could give, or that we could get from our Curse Spoons. But where we lack damage, we make up for in survivability, and I don't know if that's enough, but we're gonna give it the old college try, Kiwi. And we haven't failed out of college just yet. I don't know where this metaphor is going, I'm not impressed by it, and we're leaving it in the dust.
Butterflies better stay
Duo,
away from me.
no duo, okay. And we didn't get any of the boons that benefit our Vengeance, unfortunately. I guess Billowing Strength can technically benefit us if that is bonus damage to all effects, including Vengeance boons. But I really did not want to be spamming my call in an AFK build.
Thunder and lightning.
I think we'll take the palm here, Chaos and Hammer or whatever. Unfortunately, we really aren't seeing anything in the ways of keys, which will give us more rerolls and sticks. So whatever sticks gives us, we are locked into. I don't know how well this AFK build is going to be AFKable, unfortunately. I really blew it in that room where we were given Aphrodite versus Athena, and I still ended up with Aphrodite after rerolling 3 times. Oh well. Hindsight is 2020, is it not, Kiwi? Look, the point is that we're going for a gimmick build, we're trying our best to make it happen, and if it doesn't happen in this run, well, hey, our 100th episode is still gonna be a fun one either way. I'm enjoying it. I mean, the gauntlets are always just a consistent bop. They're not my favorite weapon, admittedly. I think that has to go to the bow and then the rail after that, but they're probably my third favorite. Although in all actuality, I will acknowledge the fact that the spear is rapidly ranking up in my eyes in terms of how much I like to run it. It's basically, I like all the weapons except the sword, and I like the shield, but I feel like it's a little too slow to be as fun as those other weapons. I think it's a very safe and powerful option. Like, Beowulf and the Blitz Disc are insanely good aspect weapons. The aspect of Zagreus is boring, the aspect of Chaos is really strong, but it is really safe, I should say. I don't know if its damage feels lackluster compared to some of the other aspects, admittedly, but I still love running it. It used to be my favorite weapon, that's for sure. I mean, well, my favorite non-bow weapon, because I never even had played with the rail before in my original playthrough. By time I had finally started unlocking aspects on it, they were too underpowered for me to understand. Like, you don't get to enjoy what Hestia does until you start ranking it up substantially. Like, yeah, that empowered shot is always going to be juicy, but otherwise it just feels like the Zagreus rail with fewer shots, and I didn't understand how to reload back in the day, so it was rough. I just didn't enjoy it.
The power of Olympus.
Oh wow, we've actually, oh wait, no, I read Curse of Pain and thought, oh, that's my actual curse, but it's not. None of these terribly matter. I guess I'll take Lightning Strike. 4 damage is really not that much. I think 40 damage per Doom proc on our special is nice. I'll take that.
Zesty.
They're really forcing the hammer on us. We'll only see 1 hammer in sticks, but it could show up in our shop as well. I still think I take the coin here because it can afford us a Centaur Heart, it can afford us a Palm, it can afford us a God Boon in sticks specifically. I think it's just objectively the best option for the things we are hunting for. Kiwi, what do we do if we don't get Heaven's Vengeance? Because it's starting to feel like we may not see Heaven's Vengeance. You know what really is sad? I specifically took the boon that makes it so we have a higher chance of finding legendaries and duos, and I might not get to see its. I mean, we've certainly found a lot of duos, just none of the ones we actually wanted. We unfortunately had the nature of just finding Zeus's core boon a little too late, I guess, which really stinks. There's still a very reasonable chance we get it anyway. It's non-zero, but it doesn't feel great. Things do not feel promising here.
Thought I won't miss a couple coins.
Can I sell anything here that I want to sell? No, I don't think we sell any of that. That's all too valuable. And we'll definitely take the shop here. Zeus, Ares, either of you please show up. Oh, thank goodness, please.
Always a pleasure, Carol.
Vengeful Mood, Kiwi, we got it. Vengeful mood. Your revenge effects sometimes occur without taking damage. Auto revenge rate every 3 seconds. The build, the dream is still alive. I don't think I need to take the HP here. I think I'm fine. No coin here. All right. Into the next room. Here we go.
Asterius, Theseus.
Asterius and I shall smite you back into the lowest depths of hell.
I'll try and snag them both with a Boldy proc if I can, or a Boldy hit if I can. Just get Asterius over here by the Theseus. Oh, wait, never mind. Theseus is running away, so we'll focus down Asterius. I need to be careful not to waste Death Defiances. If I waste Death Defiances, then that's a huge L for our AFK build, because we probably will need all 3 of them. So, more important than anything is I don't get killed here. And I don't think I will, admittedly. But there are certainly opportunities for me to throw a run here. Oh, hey, Asterius. Thanks for letting me know about that. You gave us good warning. I'm going to try and keep Curse of Longing going as my damage for these guys while they run around. So, like, every now and again, I'll just tag them with a special. Oh, perfect. Here, have this. That's exactly what I wanted. And now I can grab this HP and get healed back up to almost full. No, not even close to full, but still a decent amount of HP nonetheless. Ah, shoot, he clapped me. I'm just trying to, again, maintain Curse of Longing and get that Doom damage going non-stop. Because I can't hit Asterius, I'll go ahead and tag Theseus with it instead. Yeah, I knew he was going to use his charge. Oh, I thought I dodged that. That actually hit me there. I saw the little dodged text box come up. This is probably a mistake to pop Theseus. Oh, we popped both of them at the same time. That's funny.
Olympus, vengeance for the Macedonian.
Oh, I need to get out of here. That is an unfortunate situation where it made it so I couldn't damage either of them. Serious, stop defending. Oh wait, you know what? I should be using this more often.
Lost you.
I get, because of Smoldering Air, I do stack up my God Gauge very quickly, so I can use it almost like a parry in this. I don't stack it up fast enough to fully benefit from it, though. All right, that should finish Theseus. Okay.
How could you?
Asterius, go ahead. Okay, you're gonna use your spin. I'll grab these coins then. Oh, hello.
With you.
And oh, well, I ran into that. If he uses his dash, it won't kill me, but it'll almost kill me. I need to be careful here because I really do not want to waste my Death Defiance. I'm gonna bail out. Wait for him to do his tactics. Have my call, and then DPS while my call is up. And then bail out. And my call is back up, bail back in, and this should finish him. Okay, I had to play a little bit safe there because I was playing like an idiot beforehand.
That's all for today's show. To my greatest fan.
All right, we grabbed our coin, right? Yeah, okay. So maybe I did need to heal, but I didn't want to waste the coin.
Cerberus is patiently at work instead of resting here.
I guess I never really needed to hold on. No, actually, I don't know. We really need to find Curse of Long. We need to find Aphrodite's Vengeance Boon. We need to find, more than anything, I think we need Aphrodite's Vengeance Boon, because that'll be a huge damage up for us if we can reliably, consistently proc curses. And then we still need Zeus to give us Jolted, Static Discharge. We get those two plus or minus Double Strike if we got a second Zeus, and we're good. What's our dodge chance up to? We are up to 25% on the Lambent Plume, so we are sitting at a juicy, wonderful 55.2% dodge chance. 28 coin to fully heal here, or be just shy of fully healed. I think I take that, honestly. I don't think 28 coin is going to be the deciding factor, and I want to go into Styx with some wiggle room. The issue here is if I give up Aphrodite's cast,
Cut through Elysium.
I may be offered another God's cast when I really want to see a different boon from them, so I'm not going to take it, so that it locks out one of the slots that the God would otherwise offer. If we see a late game pool of purging, I might sell everything that I have for the sake of trying to get that vengeance, to be able to afford something in the shop. There's a high rarity Zeus as well as a high rarity Hermes. There's some good palms there too, but we don't prioritize those over Hermes, who could give us rush delivery or dodge chance every time we use our call. And we certainly don't prioritize it over Zeus.
Come on out. I got a scuffer.
All right, let's see. Do we get offered? No Zeus here. We actually only get one god boon in the pool, and it's not Aphrodite either. Man, I really screwed up by not taking those. What's it called? By not taking the rerolls into sticks. Unfortunately, that means there's no way to reliably get Curse of Longing going against Hades, unless I use my cast, but that defeats the point of the AFK build, unfortunately. All right, so in the meantime, I think let's go for the coin first. No, let's go for the palm first. I'm going to try and stack up some palm levels on a curse if I can, and the fewer boons I have to fight for that, the better. I will do at least the coin and the Athena runes in addition, because maybe we still see Athena's Vengeance, which would be very helpful. It will increase our survivability substantially on top of our dodge chance, on top of all the HP we've stacked, and on top of Heaven's Vengeance being our core DPS into the Hades fight. There is no guarantee that we win this, Kiwi. Basically, if I see that the run is getting lost, I will probably switch into a non-AFK mood, but I will try and do as much DPS as I can against Hades AFK. Admittedly, the hardest part is going to be phase 1, because he's going to spawn in a lot of friends that can do a lot of damage, and he has more phases. The other big issue is, what if he starts using his laser attack? Because his laser is going to burst us down very rapidly, and without Athena's call to block that damage, or Athena's Vengeance to block that damage, I don't know if we're blocking that damage at all. Giant Snake Stone is a bit annoying, but I constantly have a way of blocking its damage through Smoldering Air plus our call. And on the bright side, at least we got the 2 core DPS Vengeance boons, if nothing else. Curse of Vengeance now does 303 damage, which is pretty nice. I don't think it's worth taking a 3.3% damage reduction. That really doesn't boil down to very much. So yeah, we'll take the damage up, because the faster we kill enemies, the less damage we are taking. All right, so we got 1 palm. I can only afford Hermes or Zeus. Let's go for this mini-boss chamber next, I think, to get as many coin as we can. And then we'll see what we can afford, and then we'll go for Athena's chamber. If we still don't see anything by then we'll go for the HP. Honestly, the question is, do I go for the HP? Is there a reasonable chance that I take more damage than that HP is worth? That is actually a very real possibility that I have to be wary of, because I am certainly prone to taking damage where otherwise avoidable. And we really, really, really want to keep our HP as topped off as possible at this point in the run, because there are only so many heals, especially if we do find a 2-chamber Satyr sack, which is why I'm actually hopeful we have bad RNG in this case, because we've had bad enough as it is. We could use a little bit better. I mean, granted, we had a fairly kind Tartarus in some aspects. We got the gods that we wanted without needing any god keepsakes to guarantee them, which is quite unexpected, to be honest. The downside is they didn't offer us most of what we wanted, so also unfortunate. Like, Aphrodite forcing us into taking one of her core boons very early, like in the first room, was not good for us. It was not good for us at all, because it meant
I'll just take that.
We took a boon that set us up for duos that we really didn't want. Although I will admit that I hadn't planned around Curse of Longing, but Curse of Longing was pretty huge. So it looks like I could probably afford either the HP or a low-level palm if I sat on Hermes. If I could, basically I'm trying to decide if I should hold out for a palm and not spend anything, because then I can guarantee, or I can decrease the number of boons it potentially hits, is kind of where my thought is. Let's go for Athena first and then go for the HP, I think. Do I want to do that? I don't think it terribly matters. Let's go for Athena first then, and then we'll go for the HP, because worst case scenario, I take enough damage that it wasn't worth it, but at least the HP will kind of make up for it by giving us 25 more HP. Whereas if I take Athena last and I get a bunch of damage taken, then I'm not getting anything in return in terms of HP regain.
Purge boons for coin.
I could sell Smoldering Air. That would let us afford a lot of fun things. But then there's the risk that it's offered again by Zeus, and I would absolutely hate that. I think after we take the Zeus boon, maybe I consider selling Smoldering Air, but before then, no, I don't think it's worth the risk. We need to have as many slots of Zeus taken up so that he offers us either Jolted, Double Strike. Jolted or Double Strike are basically what we want from him at this point. Jolted will probably be the biggest damage up overall, but Double Strike on a ability that does like 100, I think we've got 200 something damage on it at this point. Actually not that bad, honestly. Double Strike might honestly be more damage, but it's hard to know without doing the calculations, and far be it from me from doing any calculations, especially any calculations correctly, mind you. I should remember to spam Athena's call as much as possible.
Get dead.
All right, so that's we are getting a minimum 4-chamber sticks, which is good. Oh wait, oh I got so excited. I'm like, oh, it's not. We did not get Athena's Vengeance Boon, unfortunately. That's a big downside. I guess it doesn't really matter what we take here then. So I guess I'll just, when you deflect attacks, you deal more damage. Wait, am I dumb? Do we actually have it? Maybe I don't think I'm dumb. No, we don't have it. I don't know why I thought we had it, but I guess I saw the dash being doing its thing. Aw, man. Disappointing. All right, when you deflect attacks, you deal more damage. Sure, why not?
A shield of light.
Sure, would be cool if we could benefit from that. Aphrodite and Athena kind of ended up disappointing pretty greatly here. All right, so let's go ahead and take this. I'm gonna take the Zeus Boon, because if we get something that I wanna level up, which there's a reasonable chance of it, then those palms won't hurt.
Take this one.
Of course, we did not get any of the boons that I wanted yet again. Clouded Judgment, I guess, scales well with Smoldering Air, assuming it benefits our call, or our revenge damage. I guess that's the option here. Clouded Judgment it is. Sadness. Hopefully Hermes gives us Rush Delivery, because that is the one potential saving grace to this build. It'll not be a huge amount of damage up, but it will be damage up. Yeah, I'll hold out on the rest of the coin. Actually, I guess I can't palm Hermes boons typically, so I could just buy him now. Let's go ahead and buy him now. We can benefit from what he gives us.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Second Wind, Quick Favor, or Greatest Reflex. I think Second Wind is funnier, because at least that means that we get like 80% dodge chance and let Heaven's Vengeance. So maybe the build here is probably, I'm just going to spam the call, and it'll be the closest thing we have to an AFK build if things go poorly. Alright, Second Wind it is. After using the call, gain 33% dodge chance and move speed, which will boost our dodge chance to a juicy, delicious, wonderful 50 from Zag and it's 15 from Zag. It's another 15 from that Hermes boon, so that's 30. This is now 60, just shy of 60, plus another 33. So we're at 68. We're basically at 100% dodge chance every time we use our call. I think we've got the semi-AFK build going here. Let's take the HP so we get a little bit tankier. And we'll just have to see how the magic happens, Kiwi. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's not fine. But that's the fun of this run. It's meant to be something very atypical. The alternative to this was honestly going to be a Zeus dash only run, which is, I have tried that once before and it is so painful to get going. Would not recommend it over especially Ares or Poseidon's dash. Definitely can do it. Even Dionysus's dash can potentially be better, because you can kite enemies through the poison pool, and a lot of stacks on Hangover do a lot of damage over time. All right, so there is our HP, there is our sack, there is our full heal. Honestly, as far as Styx RNG goes, it was ignoring what we had offered, it was probably the best RNG we could have hoped for. Now let's see, we have 300 coin. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the HP, I'm going to take the palm on... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll put it on Athena's aid then for that 0.25 second extra duration. So we are about to go into Hades, and I think, you know what? This is going to be a spectacle, Kiwi. One way or another, something's going to happen. I totally forgot to use one of my Sisyphus charges, as usual. But you know what we need for a spectacle? We need popcorn. I'll be right back. Okay, Kiwi, you probably can't hear this, be rattling the popcorn next to the microphone, but trust me, I got a mouthful of popcorn now. I'm gonna go into Hades one-handed, and we're gonna AFK him, or spam our call, and make it work. But probably the reason you can't hear the popcorn is just because it's, I've got a gate on the microphone.
Cerberus accepts the prince's foul offering.
But I've got my controller in my right hand, my popcorn in my left hand, and I'm gonna be shoveling it into my face while we just have a fun time against this boss fight. Let's go full gimmick on this.
See you, boy.
Alright, I'm using the control stick with my cheek while I eat. This is definitely not an easy way to control a game. This is definitely not an easy way to control the game, is what I just tried to say with a fistful of popcorn in my face. Took about 10 minutes to make that popcorn. I should have left the game timer running because that would have been funnier.
Looks like the realm needs some adjustments still.
The real reason why we didn't put tight deadline on, right, Kiwi?
Again, you seek to use the power of Malphon against me. Fine.
Alright, Dad, bring it on. If anything, I'm only using my call plus or minus a Sisyphus because I want the coin. Here we go. Dodge.
Darkness.
You know, for a 50% dodge chance, we're still getting hit a lot. Alright, maybe not. It'll balance out. Oh, you know what? I think we're really fine here. We'll see how I handle the lasers. This is the peak commentary you came for, right, Kiwi? Me just shoveling popcorn into my face while AFKing Hades. Peak commentary. Peak commentary. Alright, we are taking a little bit more damage than I would like. But do I believe? Do you believe, Kiwi? I'm gonna try and believe. Okay, that's our first Death Defiance. A little sketchy looking.
No, you don't.
Not yet persuaded to
Oh,
go
there we
back,
go.
I see.
76 hit. That's not good. That was 76 damage all at once. What are you doing? Zagreus, dodge. Zagreus, please, dodge. I think I'm gonna have to start using my call, Kiwi. This is a little too sketchy for me. Oh well. Semi-AFK. It's super cheesy though, look at this.
Can't do that.
Okay. Maybe I can AFK the second phase a little bit better. Maybe I didn't need to fear it nearly as much as I did. I don't know. I don't feel great about this. Maybe it's my fault. I'm not a believer. It's fine though. Like I said, we only need one hand to win. We only need one hand. I'm wasting my call, honestly. I'm not timing it well at all. That's how you time it. All right, that's halfway through phase two. Oh, here come the lasers. This is gonna be a problem. Just kidding. We use Athena's call. All right. I think I probably could have won this honestly without. I don't know. Those lasers look really sketchy. They hit really fast, so I probably couldn't have won. But that's the nice thing about this call. All right. Why don't we give Sisyphus the win? Sisyphus is really the friend that deserves the win, right? One call, and Sisyphus, come in and win the day.
You need assistance even now. I'm not as limber as I used to be, while you... No.
This is the dumbest way to win Hades, I swear. Okay, I couldn't. To be fair, the game really did not give us the things we needed to win a fully AFK build. We did not get Zeus's. We did not get Splitting Bolt. We did not get Static Discharge, two of the biggest damage ups that we could have hoped to get for the Zeus Heaven's Vengeance boon. We also didn't get Impending Doom from Ares, which would have significantly upped our Doom damage, although the Doom was carrying there. It was doing a lot of damage, like 534 or something like that. And then we didn't get Aphrodite's. We didn't get Aphrodite's curse. We didn't get Athena's curse, which would have not only increased our survivability substantially by having a regular, just you don't take damage for half a second, plus you take 30% reduced damage for a while. That would also have enhanced the damage our Doom was doing. So we lost a lot of the things we really needed for the AFK dream, but the semi-AFK dream with the one-hand popcorn chomping build, I'm not going to complain about that, Kiwi. I think as far as it could have gone better, but it went pretty darn well, all things considered. So let's show what won the run. I mean, Sisyphus honestly kind of got the kill. He should be honored, but let's see. We got Vengeful Mood, Smoldering Air, I think is definitely... I think we have to show these. These are kind of core to the build. So Vengeful Mood, Smoldering Air, and Athena's Aid, I guess? It's lame because we can't show that we had 100% dodge chance, basically. Like, what was our final dodge chance? We never got any more ticks on the Lament Plume. So yeah, we were at just under 100% dodge chance. Or were we at 100? Let's see. So we got 33% from that Hermes boon, which bumps us over to, let's just average that out to 30. Plus another 60. Right. So 30 plus 30 is 60. Plus the 30. So we were at 90% dodge chance about, I think. If I'm not forgetting anything. Plus or minus a couple numbers, one or two. But yeah, I mean, Boldy believed in us. Boldy really believed in us, and so we honored him with the final kill. I'd say, at the end of the day, though, what won us the run, Vengeful Mood, our Vengeance Boons, and why don't we go ahead and just... We'll just show the Athena's Aid. And there we go. A slow run, but a very fun run. Grab our coin in darkness and make our way out for the house roundup. Kiwi, if you've made it this far, and anyone else who's tuning in, well, after this.
The patient Zagreus appears to take repeated deaths in stride, and so here comes another one for him.
I just want to say thank you for enjoying this series. It has been so much fun. Hades is probably one of my all-time favorite games. I don't know if it gets the #1 all-time slot, but I don't really know what game does. And in terms of my my Steam playlist at this point...
Thank you, everyone. You're too kind.
I still don't think it's my most played game. That probably goes to Factorio or Sunhaven or Stardew Valley.
Welcome to the House of Hades. Just come on in.
But it's definitely in my top 5 most played games on Steam at this point, I bet.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Sorry, gotta file this report now, Prince.
But basically, all I want to say is thank you so much for enjoying this series. I know it's a small community that I've garnered on YouTube for a channel that was supposed to be exclusively for Kiwi. It's nice to see those comments. It's nice to have people just tune in and say hello, and I'm very, very grateful for it. You know the thing that people on YouTube say when they get some degree of minute popularity, but I do genuinely mean it. I look forward to comments. It's really fun to just see those and say hello and give my 2 cents where possible, but like it's just nice to see that people are enjoying what I'm making. And I'm more than anything, I'm happy that Kiwi is enjoying it too.
If ever there's something I can do, you need but ask.
The prince and Cerberus exchange a look.
But all in all, I'm very happy with this episode.
If need be, though the underworld is ready when you are.
Orpheus is with Eurydice, I guess.
Party made it pretty far last time.
Doesn't seem like we have too much new dialogue, but Nyx has something to say, which is exciting to look forward to.
This is my latest haul.
Let's see what we get. We got a bunch of gems and nothing else.
Totally worth it.
Okay, broker. Gemstones for darkness, never worth the trade. All right, Nyx, what do you have to say?
Nyx, at first I thought I maybe should ignore this, but I wanted to give you greetings from Lord Ares, who seems rather interested in you.
Ah, yes, the god of war.
Among all the Olympians, he often struck me as much more accepting of our kind, born of the underworld.
You're not... Wait, you're not interested in him. I mean, he's murderous. Polite, though, I don't know.
Pretty sure everyone around these parts is murderous in some capacity. Zacharias, how many foes have you slain? Do we need to go look at that pool in that scrying pool in our bedroom and be like, oh, I've killed, what, over 30,000 enemies?
I take an interest in whomever I take interest in, my child. I thank you for the message.
Yeah, don't let Goth Mommy, don't stop Goth Mommy from meeting up with Edgelord Daddy. Oh God, why did I call him that? I'm so sorry. Everyone who's still listening, you should have left when you had the chance. I'm so sorry. But anyway, there we go. Our 100, that was, we're over a 50 win streak. We're over 100. We're into the next set of 100 episodes.
You want another piece of this or what?
This playthrough is certainly not ending anytime soon. So Kiwi, I think in honor of this episode, there's only one last couple things I have to say, but we know how I have to say it. So give me 1 second. I hope that if you're awake, this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you. And I will see you in the next episode for more Hades.